Hi, I'm Emily, and I will be presenting our paper called Merging Results is No Easy Task, an international survey study of collaborative data analysis practices among UX practitioners. Usability testing is a frequently employed user-centered design method for detecting usability problems. Despite being effective and useful, analyzing usability test sessions can be tedious, challenging, and time-consuming. Furthermore, it is susceptible to the evaluator effect, where multiple people identify different usability problems for the same interface from the same user session. To address these challenges, UX practitioners are recommended to work collaboratively to increase the completeness and reliability of their analysis. Unfortunately, few UX practitioners have a chance to collaborate with others due to practical constraints, such as limited resources. In the most recent decade, emerging products enable new interaction methods and provide novel user experiences, which might require UX practitioners to adapt their analysis and collaboration practices. As a result, there is a lack of understanding of how UX practitioners collaborate when analyzing usability test sessions in today's social and technological contexts. We take a first step to address this gap by exploring three research questions. What are the independent data analysis practices? What are the practices, challenges, and desired improvements for collaborative data analysis? And how might UX practitioners' data analysis and collaboration practices be affected by their years of UX experience and team size? To answer these research questions, we conducted an online survey study with a representative sample of 279 UX professionals who had different levels of UX experience from 6 continents in the world. Over half of our respondents worked on teams consisting of 2 to 5 people, with only 17% reporting that they worked on teams greater than 5 people. Interestingly, 30% of the respondents were the only UX practitioner on their team. So the questions regarding collaboration practices were only shown to those who had a team. So now I would like to share results on collaborative data analysis practices, challenges, and desired improvements. The top 3 purposes for collaboration were to identify more usability problems, generate more redesign suggestions, and improve the reliability of the results. This finding suggests that respondents were aware that collaboration could increase the completeness and reliability of their analysis, which would be beneficial to address the evaluator effect. We also found 3 main modes of collaboration. So most of the collaboration happened between colleagues when they conducted data analysis individually on different user sessions before merging. This resembles a divide and conquer approach and allows the UX practitioners to save time as it reduces the workload for a single practitioner. The second most common approach was to conduct analysis together in a group discussion. In contrast, only 37% of the respondents conducted data analysis individually on the same user session before merging, which is the recommended practice. Respondents also encountered many challenges. Almost 2/3 of them disagreed with their colleagues during data analysis and found it difficult to merge analysis from multiple evaluators. When disagreements occurred, 61% of them would make a case for their decisions and try to convince their colleagues by either having a discussion in person or through video call. Other strategies that they use to manage disagreements involving another person as a mediator or asking them to be a tiebreaker. But in particular, we learned from the free-form responses that UX practitioners felt it's not always clear how to analyze, and it's hard to change coding strategies in the middle, then notify others about the updates. So this leaves extra time and effort needed to merge analysis. We also wanted to understand what features respondents would prefer in an all-inclusive user testing analysis tool that supports collaboration. From the most important to the least, the features were shared content, collaborative writing, integrated voice or video call, integrated instant messaging, and revision history. So now I will discuss the significant correlations between certain analysis practices and their years of experience or team size. We conducted Pearson's chi-square test for sets of categorical data to evaluate how likely it is that any observed differences arose by chance. So first, as years of UX experience grew, respondents were more likely to agree or strongly agree that it is time-consuming to conduct data analysis. Although overall 66% of them felt it was time-consuming, the highest proportion of 76% occurred in respondents with over 10 years of UX experience. Second, as more UX experience the respondents had, the more likely they might use a customized format when composing analysis reports. UX practitioners with more experience tended to modify the heuristics to meet their needs, while more novice practitioners followed pre-established formats and guidelines, such as Nielsen's heuristics. Lastly, respondents with greater years of UX experience were more likely to treat improved reliability of results as a purpose for collaboration. This may be because more experienced practitioners are more aware of the importance of reliability. So there were also significant correlations based on the size of UX team. Respondents on a larger team were more likely to use a customized format made by themselves or their companies. Similarly, respondents on a larger team were more likely to include ratings of severity for the problems that they identified. These two trends may be because larger teams tend to have more resources to create custom heuristics and prioritize the severity of identified problems. Third, respondents on a larger team were significantly more likely to involve another person as the mediator when they were managing disagreements. And lastly, respondents on a team of 6 to 10 people were more likely to make a case for their decisions and try to convince their colleagues compared to the other team sizes. Based on the challenges that respondents encountered, we derived some design considerations that may benefit both UX practitioners and researchers by suggesting target areas for collaboration improvement. So the first is to establish processes for analysis in groups and balance the trade-offs between efficiency and validity. So one possible advantage for group analysis would be to save time, but its effect on improving the completeness and reliability is still an open question. The second consideration is to develop an integrated environment to support UX practitioners when reviewing usability test sessions, since it was a key improvement mentioned by the UX practitioners. And the third consideration is to effectively integrate team members with different qualifications and UX backgrounds. So please read our paper for more discussion on the impact of emerging technologies on UX practices. There are also some limitations to our work. First, the survey was conducted during the COVID-19 pandemic, so there is a possibility that the findings will not be representative of all time. Furthermore, we focus on the collaboration between UX practitioners within the same company and found correlations of analysis behaviors based on the in-house UX team size. However, cross-company collaboration is also a common practice, and future work should further explore that. And our survey primarily provides a quantitative understanding of how UX practitioners' current practices, challenges, and opportunities with few open-ended questions. So for more qualitative research, such as in-depth interviews with UX practitioners from different industrial sectors and in different continents, should be conducted to develop a deeper understanding of their strategies for managing disagreements. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to your questions.